Moving up to the tape. That off in the three-runner Daly Farrell Chartered Accountants Beginner's Chase over 2 miles. Good run to the first fence. The first of 11, Largy Debo, sets off in front of Sir Gerhard. And finally, Battle of Mirbad, already spaced out on the run into the straight to fence number 1, Largy Debo, Keith Donoghue in front of Sir Gerhard, Paul Townend. Battle of Mirbad, Cathal Landers, third and last. Fence 1, Largy Debo in the stripes, Sir Gerhard. Battle of Mirbad, ditch to contend with now. Fence number 2, it's Largy Debo from Sir Gerhard and Battle of Mirbad, order unchanged as they head on to number 3. Largy Debo in front of Sir Gerhard. Red, white and blue, who made a mistake, scattered the brush, found the leg at the landing side. Battle of Mirbad detached. Heading out with a circuit to race, 8 more fences left to jump. It's Largy Debo leading dual Cheltenham Festival winner Sir Gerhard by 5 lengths, well clear of Battle of Mirbad as they come up to their final 10 furlongs. 8 fences left to jump. It's Largy Debo from Sir Gerhard, who's close to be within 3 lengths in between fences. Well clear of Battle of Mirbad. On to fence number 4. Largy Debo in front of Sir Gerhard. Sir Gerhard took his time there. On to their second ditch, which is fence number 5. Just outside the halfway stage. Largy Debo leads Sir Gerhard to the next. Long way cleared of Battle of Mirbad, over carefully a distant third. Next fence up the far side. Largy Debo into it, pops it cleanly from Sir Gerhard. Long way off them in third place. Battle of Mirbad. Going to the next up the far side. Less than 7 furlongs to go. Largy Debo and Sir Gerhard. Continuing 1 and 2. Battle of Mirbad tailed off in rear. Heading now to the fence, the top of the track. 4 from home. Largy Debo and Keith Donoghue by 3 to 4 lengths from Sir Gerhard and Paul Townend. Out of touch, Battle of Mirbad and Cathal Landers. 5 furlongs to race. So they come back to the point at which they started. Still in the same order. It's just over half a mile to go and 3 fences left to jump. Largy Debo, gathered in by Sir Gerhard, who's now within a couple of lengths as they enter the straight in the final 3 fences. Largy Debo with Sir Gerhard moving right through on the inside to match strides, turning in for the last 3 fences. Precious little between Sir Gerhard and Largy Debo, both coming stand side to third last. Sir Gerhard landed a fractional leader from Largy Debo. Push coming to shove. There doesn't appear to be an immediate response the second last. Sir Gerhard from Largy Debo, who blundered that time. And on the run to the final fence, it's Sir Gerhard in front of Largy Debo. And at the last, Sir Gerhard over and pulling away from Largy Debo, who has cut a tartar here as Sir Gerhard announces his return over fences in the Daly Farrell Chartered Accountants Beginners. Does what he has to do. Just one scare on the first circuit. It's quickly the best of both for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. Sir Gerhard by a country mile from Largy Debo. Battle of Mirbad just jumps the last.
And Willie Mullins is with us once again. Willie, I'm so just relieved to get that one out of the way. What was your Verdict on his performance, though, Sir Gerhard, first of all.
I mean, he didn't impress me for the first mile and a half, and so I didn't know what to think. I thought, ooh, this is not good, and especially the mistake he made here, the last fence first time round. I think he stood off where he'd normally be standing off for a hurdle, going at much faster pace, and he didn't realise he wasn't going as fast. Paul said to me after the race that when he was in behind, he just thought he was on a schooling day, that he wasn't racing. So after the fourth last, when he sent him up the inside, he just clicked in. It was like turning on the turbo. He said, right, okay, I'm a racehorse now, I'm supposed to race. And what he did from the third last home, I was very impressed with. And then when Paul came in and told me what had happened over the first 3 quarters of the race, I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. So that I think it was a good performance then.
He's a dual Cheltenham Festival winner, as we know. That's going to be his obvious port of call, but can he run again in the meantime, or is it too tight?
I don't think so. There's one race. I mean, the calendar is just cut down so much now. There's so few opportunities for horses, and the race that's there in Navan is too soon to Cheltenham for me. Like, normally we wouldn't be sending our Cheltenham horses there. It's too soon. If anything happens, you're out, and it's too soon. You wouldn't recover in time to run your A game, so he'll probably go there on today's run.
He started off over 2 miles today. He did win the Ballymore, though, over the intermediate distance as a novice hurdler. What's your feeling about where he might head?
I'd be going for a longer trip. You'd be going a couple of miles an hour slower than you would in the Arkle. So the 2.5 or the 3 miles, I don't think he's in the National Hunt chase. Mightn't have enough experience for that either. For some reason, National Hunt chase horses need a lot more experience. Probably just a lot more jumping at it, but you'd probably think the 3 mile
He's got
chase.
that point-to-point background, obviously.
Yeah, he's won a point-to-point and did a lot of schooling, So I think probably the 3 mile. Is that the Turner's race or what?
Brown Advisory.
Brown Advisory. I should know my own owners.
Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Yeah, better mention their name again. Brown Advisory. Yeah. So that. But anyhow, you know me.
All too well.
I just wouldn't bet against it now. So. But he has to come out of that race. That bad mistake. He just. He could have pulled back or something in the morning. We'll see.
Yeah.
And
a word about Paul Townend, Willie. We didn't really speak about him after the Thyestes, but he's clearly not 100%. He doesn't look well, but he's battling through it. How key has he been today?
He was awesome, I thought, in the Thyestes. 2 horses behind him here with the circuit to run. Kept wide. I thought he was going to pull up. But then I looked at body language and I said, no, Paul is confident, but the whole field still in front of him, and he went around, just kept the horse jumping, kept him balanced, made 2 mistakes. When he made a mistake at the 4th last and 2 or 3 horses passed him, I said, that's him gone. He'd run a good race again, but we'll have him right for a race later on. Paul just sat there, gave him a breather and pulled him together and got a nice jump out of him, sort of an ordinary jump out of him at the 3rd last, but then he got 2 good jumps over the last 2, and I thought it was a tremendous ride. Coming back after 2 days in bed, it just shows what confidence he has that he's riding with it at the moment.
It's been a great day here at your local track. I mean, how much have you enjoyed it so far? I'm sure
fantastic.
we'll continue to do so.
Yeah, great crowd, great atmosphere. I can enjoy it now. I'm finished for the day. So a good few English visitors over here as well. And, Eddie Scally has done a tremendous job with the track. I'm producing the whole thing here. There's a great atmosphere. So fair dues to Gowran Park as well.
Well said, Willie. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Willie Mullins-trained.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.